think
It's
so.
recording. Okay. Good evening, everybody. It's Bob Rivers and Andrew Rivers.
Ho, ho, ho.
That's the theme of the evening. It is Christmas Eve. We have that new decorations video put together by Keith, starring Andrew for at least half a second. You got to check that out on Facebook tonight and YouTube. Also, I want to remind you, everything we're doing tonight is brought to you by Maple Syrup. And then you can buy some of our maple syrup at bobrivers.blog. Just look for the maple syrup store links. And it's just a happy Christmas Eve, another Christmas. So tonight, a very special presentation of the Bob and Zip Show, which can only be heard on the internet, which is everywhere.
Yeah, exclusive.
Which is actually mainly heard on 100 FM, The Pike in Worcester, Massachusetts, where we do a Saturday afternoon show from noon to 4. This week, Zip and I did the Twisted Christmas Show A to Z, and we're going to present that to you tonight.
You're listening to Bob and Zip, Twisted Christmas A to Z. 40 years of twisted Christmas songs, presented by Bob and Zip on 100 FM, The Pike.
Milk and cookies. Oh, did you get some brownies, Zip? It's Santa Bob and Zip here at 100 FM The Pike, and we're beginning our afternoon of Twisted Christmas songs A to Z. Although we both went to public schools, I think we can get from A to Z. What do you say?
It might be a stretch now at our advanced years, but I'm up for it if you are.
Okay. Are you ready for A? We'll play a couple of songs each time, and hopefully all of your Twisted Christmas favorites will get played this afternoon as you get your last-minute Christmas preparations going and shopping. We want you to know that we're grateful for you listening all year. Twisted Christmas A to Z. We'll start with Aqua Claus.
Sitting in a department store, bribing little kids with peppermint. Sweat on his bulbous nose, rubber boots and silly velvet clothes. Hey, Santa Claus, steaming like a roast duck, spitting out pieces of his bearded fluff. Hey, Santa Claus, do what you're told and mind your dad and mommy, and I'll put a little puppy neath your tree. Santa Claus, my friend, did you think this job was easy? You poor old sod, you jolly SOB. In the first week of December, they'll come to crush his knees. When the kids are tugging upon his beard, he screams in agony. Hey! The schnapps is thick on his dog breath, his belly's big and round, and he'll dress up like a rabbit in the spring. Oh, 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 oh. Fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la. Sitting in a Walmart, giving out canes of peppermint. Spitting out his ho-ho-hos, sticky fingers smearing rented clothes. Hey, Santa Claus, dying in that hot suit. Ho, 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 Santa Claus.
All right, there's Aqua Claus. And that reminds me, a public service announcement for you children sitting on Santa's laps in the various stores that are still able to stay open. Online competition. Remember, with Santa, if he gets fresh, just remember, just like at the airport, if you see something, say something. Just don't let a bad Santa keep going. All right, we're going to continue with more of Twisted Christmas A to Z. Bob and Zip, 100 FM, The Pipe.
Twisted Christmas, A to Z. Born in Worcester, Mass. Just like Bob's kids.
Zip, I'm in the Christmas mood. What's your favorite hot toddy or whatever it is you drink at Christmas time?
These days, it's one of those probiotic
Yes. A probiotic drink.
protein drinks. Honest to God, it is. It
I might
seriously
put
is.
a dollop of eggnog in my vitamin water today, just to get extra Christmassy. All right, we're on Christmas A to Z. So glad to have you all here. Let's do like 3 songs this time. You ready?
Okay, we're into the B's now. All right, title-wise.
into the B's, yes.
Okay.
First up will be Because I Got High.
Hey man, just roll me another Christmas blunt. I was gonna trim the tree until I got high. Ooh, I was gonna buy you a DVD, but then I got high. Fala, my presents ain't wrapped up, and I know why. Why, man? Hey, hey, cause I got high. Yeah. Because I got high. Hell because I got high. Fala, la, 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 la. I was gonna hang my lights before I got high. Come on, y'all. Help me out. I was supposed to book my grandma's flight, but then I got high. Fala, she's sleeping at LAX, and I know why. Why, man? Hey, hey, cause I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. Yo, man, go to the next one. Go to the next one. I was gonna send you a card, but I got high. Put a lighted reindeer in my yard, but I got high. My jack-o'-lantern's frozen, it's still outside. Hey, hey, cause I get high. Because I get high. Cause I get high. I was gonna clean the chimney flue, but then I got high. No, you weren't. I was gonna roll up a fatty too for the fat guy. Don't forget me. I drank his milk and cookies, and I know why. He flies. Hey, hey, cause I got high. Because I got high. Yeah. Because I got high. Here we go. I was gonna go to midnight mass while I was high. Oh, no, no, no. I was gonna sit there and pass some gas while I was high. Now I burn in hell, and I know why. Why, man? Hey, hey, cause I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. La, 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 la. I was gonna kiss my grandma's face, and then I got high. Hey, maybe y'all should get a room. I was gonna eat her fruitcake too. Then I got high. Fala, it tasted pretty nasty, but I don't mind. No. Hey, hey, because I was high. Yeah. Because I was high. Damn. Because I was high. Man, I love my grandma, y'all. Come on. I'm messing with Christmas songs because I'm high. I hope Afro Man don't take this wrong because he's high. I take it back. If I get a call from his attorney, well, I know why. Why, man? Hey, hey, so he can get high. So he can get high. So he can get high. Is he really high? Yeah, he's high. Fa, la, 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 la. Scooby-Doo-dah. Yeah, he really is high. Snoop, Snoop, doggy-doo-wah. Man, tell Waggy with it. Flippity-bird at you all. Bring it back. La, da, 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 da. Doggy-doo-doo. Say much. So all you kids, be real good and make your bed. That's fantastic advice for all the children. Man, we screwed this up big time, okay? When Grandma hears this, man, I'm out of the will, okay? No more sweet potato pie, brother.
Chipmunks roasting on an open fire. hot sauce dripping from their toes. Yuletide squirrels, fresh filleted by the choir. They poked hot skewers through their nose. Everybody knows some pepper and a garlic clove help to make them seasoned right. Tiny rats with a crisp golden coat will really hit the spot tonight. And now when Santa sees his train, there'll be some homemade chipmunk jerky for his sleigh. And every hungry child is gonna spy
to see if chipmunks really sing when they fry.
And so I'm brushing on some honey glaze to keep them crisp and juicy too. Let's hope they get served many times, many ways. Tasty chipmunks, good food.
On that, Mr. Cole,
Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Seville.
would you mind handing me the barbecue sauce? I am starved.
Oh, no problem, Dave. And listen, you best be having 2 of them drumsticks because they're oh so tiny and there ain't much meat upon them.
What about animal rights, Dave?
Put a sock in it, Melvin. You know, for years people said you overrated hamsters were my meal ticket. Now I guess you could just say, you're my meal.
That's a good one, Dave. I always knew you was the funny one in the group.
Damn straight.
And so I'm offering some recipes, from chipmunk pie to chipmunk stew. I'm not really sad that it ended this way. Furry chipmunks, screw you.
Did you hear that, Melvin? Melvin? Melvin!
Why, I'm sorry, Dave. Did you want Melvin? There's plenty of Theodore left, though.
Excuse me, can we talk just you and I for a moment, please? Now, I don't mean to come across as rude, but this has been bothering me all year. I just have to tell you. Now, I notice there's lots of presents underneath the tree, but you can stick them up your chimney. I want money.
That's what I want.
That's what I want.
Cash is all I want.
That's what I want, huh? Huh, 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 huh.
Cash is what I want.
That's the bottom line. If you really want to give me a thrill, just leave those envelopes with a $100 bill. You remember the envelopes, those little ones your grandmother used? Had the circle cut out so the dead president's face was right there on the card? That's what I want, huh? Huh, 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 huh. And you can skip the little envelope if it's too much trouble. If you really love the King of Jews, and I trust you on that, fork it over. Don't be a Scrooge. I want money. That's really all I want. I mean, I've made it as plain as I possibly can. I mean, the baby Jesus needed money. That's the first thing they brought him. 3 wise men, they came across the desert, they brought him gold. Let's cut to the chase here. If I don't have it, I don't want it. If I didn't already buy it for myself, then there's a reason. I mean, let's look at what you've got there. I'm not going to wear that. I'm not going to ever put that in my closet. I'm going to throw it away. Sing it to her, boys. I mean, they get it. Why can't you get it? Ladies and gentlemen, the surviving Beatles. Ladies and gentlemen. Fabulous, boy. Wonderful. Aren't they incredible? Well, really? And with what I'm paying you. Sing it, boys. I think big hand, everybody. I'm the fifth Beatle. Oh, happy holidays, really. And don't spill anything on the carpet, Bongo.
That's Ringo.
Bongo, Ringo, whatever your name is.
It is Bob and Zip, Twisted Christmas A to Z here on this Saturday afternoon. And, you know, Bob, I have to say, although it's one of my favorite songs, Chipmunks Roasting Over an Open Fire, which I think, 90% of the American public thinks is funny. But there is that 10%, the PETA
Chipmunk
types,
activists.
including Jeannie, does
Elon
not.
Monk, by the way, the head of the Chipmunks, he's very upset. Sorry, go ahead.
But anyway, I was just going to point out the fact that it's in jest, it's warm and fuzzy, and it's all about being with people you love and having a chuckle or two.
Well, the Chipmunks Roasting on an Open Fire is no actual chipmunks were used in the making of that song. They were actual puppy dogs and hamsters. No, I'm kidding. I hope you enjoyed that. Chipmunks Roasting on an Open Fire, and of course, Christmas Money. That's what I want. A little more honesty and all those gift cards. To me, a gift card is just money, isn't it? To you?
Well, it's the thought that matters.
Okay, yes, and we love money. Thank you very much. Bob and Zip, 100 FM, The Pike. All right, well, we're probably about a quarter of the way through the show. What do you think of the Twisted Christmas songs? You're on a couple of them.
Yeah, not enough, but they're brilliant. I tell you what, I've said it a number of times, but as a person who tries to create my own comedy, realizing that you weren't a hack was the biggest gift you could give to me.
Well, thank you. That and obviously not my DNA.
Yeah. Well, you sell maple syrup, and I was something sticky once, so
that's true.
Your sticky
that's
stuff
really
is pretty good.
All right, it's best to move on without any further discussions of being a hack, shall we? It's Bob and Andrew. Go to bobrivers.blog if you want to pick up some syrup as a gift for somebody. Joined in the fun and love the fun. So we're continuing this afternoon with Christmas A to Z of all of our Twisted Christmas songs. And this next song might be the biggest hit right now. It's getting a ton of airplay, and it's timeless. It's called, and with an homage to the Beach Boys, Decorations.
I love the colored lights every year, and the way that neighbors stop their cars and stare. I strap a Santa Claus on my roof, plastic candy canes and reindeer everywhere.
I'm stringing up decorations, it's draining the power stations, fake icicle light formations, imported from third world nations. I'm stringing up decorations, I'm freaking out fire stations, I'm pumping out radiation, my neighbors are out of patience.
It's 3 in the morning.
Gotta keep those Yuletide decorations up all winter. God appreciates my plugged-in tribute to the Savior. God would love it if I could keep them up till well past Easter. Amen.
I'm putting up a major station, 3 wise men's destination, nutcrackers in full claymation, little drummer boy animation.
Ba la 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 la, ba la la, ba la 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 la, ba la la la.
I'm stringing up decorations, it's draining the power stations, fake icicle light formations.
Hey you, what are you doing there?
I'm shivering on a Christmas Eve. It's 99 below on my block. And I freeze my stones, trying to close the window, wishing that snow would stop. Then in flies a cat that's all dressed up in red with a huge toy sack. Weighs 305 pounds, he gave my roofline a big permanent crack. I said, hey, you, get off of my house. Hey, you, get down from this house. Hey, you, get off of my house. Don't hang around or I'll knock you down from this house. Those jingle bells were ringing. I said, hey, take your deer and get flying. A voice says, ho, 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 how are ya? Merry Christmas to you tonight. I said, it's 3 a.m. I don't need toys. I got a machine gun under my bed. So keep off of my roof or I'll have to blast your candy ass out of that sled. I say, hey, you, get off of my house. Hey, you, stay off of my house. Hey, you, get off, you big louse. Don't hang around or I'll shoot you down from this house.
Up on the rooftop, reindeer paws. Out jumps the swinging Santa Claus. Up on the housetop, click, boom, click. Down to the ground goes stiff Saint Nick.
I say, hey, you, get off of my house. Hey, you, get off of my house. Hey, you, get off my big house.
Don't hang around, I'll shoot you down.
Hey, mister, you shot Santa Claus.
Hey, don't worry, kid, I only nicked him. He'll limp a little, but it'll be all right.
Hey, you.
Hey, Steve, Edie, go see what's in the bag.
Don't hang around.
There's a star to the north and I'm going just as fast as the angels fly. There's a manger ahead and it's glowing. Gonna find that Jesus guy. Come on and worship him. We're going up to Bethlehem. Ooh, bring a sack full of gold for the baby. Get some grapes while the getting's good. Up a camel and head past the shepherd to that manger made of wood. Glad tidings and 3 wise men. We're going up to Bethlehem. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Get you right to the end of the desert, and we'll meet by the Christmas tree. Full of face up ahead and it's glowing. Come and see that nativity scene. Someday he'll rise again. We're showing up with 3 wise men. Yeah. Bum, bum, bottom. Bum, bum, bottom. Yeah. Bum, bum, bottom. Bum, bum, bottom. Yeah.
That's so much fun. John Fogerty. Boy, that's the best John Fogerty sound alike alive, except for John Fogerty, an old friend of mine, by the way. who
John
will be
Fogerty
nameless.
is? Really? Oh,
No, not John. No, the guy who did John Fogerty. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
fantastic. Yeah.
The John
yeah.
Fogerty.
The faux John Gertie.
Leave him cookies and beer and he'll be back to your house first next year. It's Twisted Christmas A to Z with Bob and Zip.
Every once in a while, when we do Twisted Christmas, we like to veer from rock and roll and get that classic Christmas orchestral arranged sound that my dad drove me around. I don't know, most of us, our dads drove us around in the car. And yes, it's not Saudi Arabia. Women could drive too, but
inhaling all that exhaust in the third seat of the station wagon. Yes.
But that's how we heard Christmas songs, and they were all these like fluffy little things, like this next one that we've completely ruined. Twisted Christmas A to Z. We're up to the H's. Here's Have Yourself an Aussie Little Christmas.
Have yourself an Aussie little Christmas. Give a bat a bite. Decorate your devil head with twinkling lights.
Aussie Christmas, Aussie family Christmas.
Have yourself an Aussie little Christmas. Let the F word fly. From now on, those censors will be up all night.
All those bad words, mother bleeping bad words.
He's repented his bolder days and his druggy ways of yore. Faithful friends who got smashed with him don't bring hash to him no more.
We're pretty sure.
Through the slurs you almost can decipher when he speaks aloud. He's the hottest star among the headbang crowd. So have yourself an Aussie, 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 Aussie little Christmas now.
Jolly Santa, so jolly Christmas night. He's in his sled where he belongs. You're looking great. Santa lost some weight. Santa, red cheeks glowing, ho, 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 and you keep growing strong. I feel the roof shaking, that whole house quaking. Whenever you grab that sack of toys, then slide on in. So skip that nap, Santa. Kids are climbing on that lap, Santa. Jolly old Saint Nick's on his way again. Snow blowing, Rudolph nose glowing, bringing our favorite Frosty Cat right back safe again. So deck those trees, fellas, leave them out to milk and cheese, fellas. Jolly Saint Nick is coming your way. Jolly Saint Nick is riding the sleigh. Jolly Saint Nick is on his way again. spell on me.
Shop when it's time for me to shop, baby. Now go ahead and fly, reindeer. Just don't poop on me. You ain't getting no presents. You ain't been good like me. Some new bandanas, baby. Well, how about some lighter fluid
And that is played, by the way, by a friend of Mitch Mitchell, the original drummer, who played with, Jimi Hendrix. This drummer is Alan White, who's in Yes, and of course has passed on, but he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame playing Holidays there. We had so much fun making those tunes. Hope you enjoy listening to them.
From the Bob and Zip Show in the 80s through the Bob Rivers Show with Bob, Spike, and Joe, Twisted Christmas songs ruled the radio airwaves. You're listening to Twisted Christmas from A to Z on 100 FM, The Pike.
Zip and I have been friends since 1980, actually more like 2007, but we've known each other since 1980.
We were always friends.
We were the best of
just,
friends, and then not so much, and then really good. So back in the day, Zip always had the hot girlfriend with my I call it voluptuous, which I know is a mispronunciation of the word. And of course, I married Lisa. Zip had his eye on her potentially at one time, but I got the girl.
Yes, you did.
Until you found Jeannie, and we had 2 kids, pretty much right away. And so on this next Twisted Christmas A to Z segment, we're going to feature my children, Keith and Andrew, when they were about 5 and 7 years old. Merry Christmas.
Would you guys like to be on the Christmas album?
Sure. I don't know. Are we going to get paid?
How much do you want?
$15. 20.
Okay, I would like you guys to tell me something. What is the real meaning of Christmas?
Jesus' birthday.
Duh. How does Jesus celebrate his birthday? Does he have a cake?
Yeah. I don't know. Never been up there.
Up where? Jesus' place?
Yeah.
If you could wish for something this Christmas, something for the whole world, not just for you, what would it be?
For people not to be mean and start fights.
You mean like wars?
Yeah. Bam, bam.
What is war?
It's where there's a lot of people and there's only 2 teams with a lot of weapons fighting each other.
And we always win. Except for Asia, they beat us. It's like sports.
I see. What does Santa Claus look like?
He looks like you.
He looks real dorky.
Sounds like fun.
That's real sweet, guys. Do you think Santa's been watching you?
No.
No, because he's always at work.
I love you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You too.
Tell you what, guys.
Yeah?
Let's wish everybody listening to this album a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, yeah, and I hope there's peace on Earth, dude.
Ha ha! Put on your seatbelts, everybody. Put on your food belts. Oh, no, it's not that time of year again. No, it can't be. It can't be. Tell me, pinch me. Tell me it's not here.
It's the most fattening time of the year, with that pumpkin pie filling and everyone swilling down eggnog and beer. It's the most fattening time of the year. It's the lip smacking season of all. While you're shopping, you're cheating, impulsively eating that junk at the mall. It's the heaviest season of all. There'll be turkeys for basting and stuffing for tasting, and giblets and gravy will flow. There'll be cookies that Mom baked and a leftover fruitcake from a Christmas a long time ago. It's the scale flattening time of the year. While your diet you're blowing, there's calories going straight down to your rear. It's the scale flattening time of the year.
Hey, wait a minute. I know there's food everywhere. Eggnog flowing out of fountains. It's like one big bar mitzvah. But listen, you don't have to do that. You could have small portions and make ribbons instead of fudge. You can do it. Please try.
There'll be after-meal dosing and arteries closing. Cholesterol levels will grow.
It's too cold to go jogging, too brisk for toboganing, so pass me a hot buttered roll.
Don't you dare touch that roll. I'm watching.
It's the most fattening time of the year. All those gingerbread shingles and chocolate Kris Kringles will tremble in fear. It's the most fattening time. It's a belt loosening time. It's the most fattening time of the
Another good buddy to Bob and Zip over the years was Richard Simmons, who we sadly lost this year. He passed away. Just one of the most kind and giving to people who are really struggling to control their weight. One of the most kind and giving human beings, though, I've met on the planet. Would you agree?
I would definitely agree, you know, and it's interesting that his persona and his branding, although people, you know, would be quick, I don't want to say ridicule him, but satirize him, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But in a way, he turned that into a really positive thing, which was great, you know, all the way around, you know?
Yeah, he did. And it served people all until just the last few years when he got a little private. Richard Simmons, when I called him and asked him to sing on that song, he said, "Aha! Yeah!" And we actually flew to L.A. for the recording session, and he spent a lot of that time tickling Keith and Andrew, who were also young and in the session at that time.
No kidding.
All right, thanks for listening. Twisted Christmas A to Z will continue. Okay.
I don't know why we're doing commercials for your syrup. You sell out every year.
Well, we do sell out every year, but we don't sell out unless we tell people that we have syrup.
Okay.
Okay. So go to bobrivers.blog if you want some maple syrup. And you're listening to As our big announcer friend, Harry Jacobs, keeps telling you, you're listening to Bob and Zip's Twisted Christmas A to Z. There's a lot of Christmas songs in here you may never have heard before because they didn't get a lot of airplay and they were kind of adventurous, shall we say.
And some of them you'll wish you never heard
after you hear them. So sit back and enjoy and eat that cookie. The kids are already in bed. Christmas piece that we recorded with a cast of characters, and it was a parody of The Wizard of Oz. I bring it up now because Wicked is huge.
Oh my God, yes.
You know, John Chu, who did that movie, is actually a neighbor of and good friends with Keith. And they sit in the hot tub and they, you know, they do a little recreational celebrating, and I'm very happy for them. But I realize, because we're competitive, me and my sons, that I have my own Wizard of Oz parody. And honestly, I've never played this on the radio outside of Seattle, probably. I've never played it for you, and no one listening has ever heard it. And I wonder if it's still relatable today. The Magical Kingdom of Claus.
Look, Toto! There it is! The mall! Gee, it's a lot bigger than the stores back home. I'll bet they waste a lot of electricity with all those decorations. I sure hope Santa's there.
Who are you?
I'm Dorothy, and I'm trying to find Santa's workshop.
The mall is closed! Now go away!
But we've come so far on the yellow snow road. My shoes got wrecked, and I brought Annie M's gold card with me. It's got a $10,000 limit.
Now, calm down, little girl. You got a gold card? Why didn't you say so? That's a card of a different color. Come on in.
Ho, ho, ho! I am the overweight and wonderful Claus. Who dares disturb my long winter's nap?
If you please, sir. Mr. Claus, I'm Dorothy, and I want...
Silence! The great Claus knows why you are here. Look, it's been a long day. My lap is tired, and I'm out of film. Besides, I have to feed my reindeer.
Hey, who's that?
Pay no attention to that skinny guy behind the escalator. The one with a pillow tied around his waist. I am the overweight and wonderful
Claus. Oh, man, am I starving. You got a sandwich on you?
Why, you're not Santa Claus at all.
Well, I'm afraid I am. You see, Mrs. Claus put me on a slim, fast diet. I'm supposed to have a belly that shakes like a bowl full of jelly. Now all I have is shakes. One for breakfast, one for lunch, and a sensible cookie and skim milk for dinner. I hate it.
But Santa, how come you're not making toys up at the North Pole? It's almost Christmas.
Oh, I'm out of the manufacturing business, Dorothy. I'm just a middleman now.
But don't you still deliver the toys?
Oh, yeah. Guaranteed overnight delivery. Absolutely, positively by 2 a.m.
Well, where do you get the presents?
Oh, hang on a second, Dorothy.
Delivery for Mr. Kriggle. Sign here, please. Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, no. Just put them over there by the VCRs, okay? Thanks a lot, guys.
Gee, what happened to Santa's workshop?
You know, looking back, we should have seen it coming. I was a king of the North Pole. I wasn't afraid of nobody. I could build anything. But then the kids got into GoBots, Nintendo games and robots. It wasn't quite the same. I could make them dolls and scooters, but I never learned computers, so the shop went down the drain.
We were busy building wagons till orders started dragging.
It really was a shame.
The Japanese were on a mission. We were blind to competition.
We was busy making trains.
We thought we made it all, from Barbie dolls to rubber balls, but Betty Wetty took the fall.
They marked her down.
She's at the mall.
Oh, the games are complicated. That joystick's overrated. It really rots your brain.
All the kids would be in heaven instead of hanging at 7-Eleven.
If they only had a train.
I guess Santa's workshop is gone forever.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dorothy. I wish there was something I could do to help. But I gotta get busy. It's almost Christmas, and I gotta put batteries in all these Game Boys.
Look, here comes someone who can help.
Oh, how does she do that?
Oh, very easy. Holographic projections. Latest technology.
Oh, can you help?
Santa never needed any help. He's had the power to work out of the North Pole all along.
I do? I did? I do?
So what should we do? Click our heels together?
Oh no! That only works in the movies. All he has to do is just hook these up.
Why, it's a fax machine.
And a cellular phone with voice messaging. And look, a pager. I'm back in business. Ho, ho, ho!
Can it be true? Will the elves be making toys again?
They will if they move to Mexico. I can save a bundle if I do my manufacturing south of the border. And with these gizmos, I can keep track of who's naughty and who's nice from anywhere.
Jiminy Christmas! Oh no!
All righty.
All right. So,
yeah.
How did you put that together?
You have to admit, this is pretty topical. Santa's workshop being displaced by technology, right?
A little politically insensitive.
Like the Wizard of Oz, that's going to hold up forever.
Oh man, that is funny.
It was an amazing production, and I can't believe the voice actors and actresses, and just our luck writing the script. We basically, we just put it together, Second City style, improving as we went along.
But now, who did the score, and how did you put the score together?
If you just tuned in, by the way, it's Bob and Zip having a self-aggrandizing moment with Bob and Zip's Twisted Christmas A to Z, and that was a dugout cherry. What do you call it? A cherry?
Cherry, yes, a
Chestnut,
chestnut, yes,
roasting on an open fire. So, what's your question?
My question was, who did the scoring for it?
Oh, that is a gentleman named Roger Treese.
Wow.
Who went on to work for Bobby Farron, and won, I believe he either won a Grammy or was nominated for one. And if you remember Bobby Farron, he did the song "Don't Worry, Be Happy."
Yeah. So did you have the lyrics first, or did no,
we really just. I know it sounds like, how would that come together without an actual movie crew? But we were obsessive compulsive back then.
Wow.
So once we started it, we were making The Wizard of Oz. But that's the delusion I've been under my whole life. That I'm making these hit records, but I'm not. I'm making parodies. So anyway, I'm glad Zip enjoyed it. I hope a few of you out there loved it. It is 100 FM, The Buzz.
The Pike.
Did I say the Buzz? Oh,
yes,
I've worked on 16 radio stations that have the flicker, yes, 100 FM, The Pike, where, of course, Zip and I have been now for 10 years. We'll be back with more of Twisted Christmas A to Z. It's the Bob and Zip Show. It is Twisted Christmas A to Z. A to Z, referring to from the after years all the way back to the Zip years. We started recording them in 1986 or so. And all the Twisted Christmas songs you're hearing today came from that. They're twisted tunes. So, next up, and it always blows my mind how still topical so many of these are. We wrote this in 1986. It was called "O Come, All Ye Deadheads." Last week on TikTok, there was an opera singer doing this song, and he had 5 million plays.
Is that right?
Yeah, Dennis Amiro alerted me to it, and I went and I couldn't believe it. And there's so many of them out there online, and that's why when you see Zip and I on a street corner with a little can in front of our knee and a little guitar case, won't you please help? We're TikTok influencers. Got nothing.
Yeah.
It's an exaggeration, I know. But you remember doing this, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I do.
And there are no drums in it, but Zip is singing, "O come all ye deadheads."
Oh, come, all ye grateful deadheads to the concert. Oh, come, grateful deadheads, and camp in the streets. Bring rolling papers, don't forget your sleeping bags.
Oh, come get us some floor seats.
We followed them for 4 weeks. Oh, come get us some floor seats to see the Lord. Come, all ye hippies, throwbacks to the 60s. Paint flowers on your van and don't wash your feet. Wear your bell bottoms and your tie-dye t-shirts.
Oh, come let us adore them.
We quit our day jobs for them. Oh, come let us adore them. Garcia's the Lord.
What do you think?
Not bad. Not bad. Yes. Highly religious in its own way.
Well, I was brought up that way, of course, so that's super important to me. All right. I want to say, just to pause for a moment here, the Bob and Zip Twisted Christmas A to Z is brought to you by a brand new chain of roadside inns that we call Manger 6.
Hi, this is Tom Bodette from Manger 6. We know you've been traveling a lot this holiday season, and you've probably been told there's no room at the inn. Well, that's just not the case here at Manger 6. Why, for just 29 drachma, we'll put you up in a warm, comfortable stable with plenty of fresh milk for the newborn. There's even individual stalls for your mules, camels, or whatever you happen to be driving across the desert. And in case unexpected visitors decide to drop in on you, shepherds, wise men, holy ghosts, it's not a problem at Manger 6. There's plenty of frankincense and myrrh to go around. This is Tom Bodette from Manger 6 reminding you there's always room at this inn. We'll even leave a star out for you.
Yes, it's the most fattening time of the year. But thankfully, now we've got a shot for that. Eat all you want. And Merry Christmas from Bob and Zip. Twisted Christmas, A to Z.
Well, it's Twisted Christmas, and, you know, at Christmas, a lot of the songs are very reverent and slow and peaceful. And one of my favorite Christmas songs is Silent Night. Did you learn that when you were a kid in catechism?
Well, I was a Protestant. I was a good waspy kid. I was not a Roman Catholic. And
so what did they teach you? How to sting people? And,
well, quite honestly.
I mean, you must have had some religious classes when you were a kid.
Yeah, I had Sunday school, but I recall the pastor of the church telling my parents, if I don't show up more often, he's going to be put on the inactive roster. So I wasn't exactly
That's a roster you don't want to be on at school. All right, with those great memories, we decided to take Silent Night and make it not so silent night. And I cannot tell you who plays on this song, but just think I'm in Seattle. There's a lot of grungy, wonderful people in Seattle who enjoyed making fun of
Yeah, gotta go.
Hey, have you seen that? You know that lingerie thing I bought and showed you the other week? Black with the gold?
Uh-huh.
Have you seen it?
No, you got like 15 boxes in the car, though.
No, I know I checked, but you
All right.
sure you haven't seen it?
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Thank you,
Okay.
though. Gotta go.
Okay, bye, babe.
Lacy things the wife is missing. Didn't ask for her permission. I'm wearing her clothes, her silk pantyhose, walking around in women's underwear. In the store, there's a teddy with little straps like spaghetti. It holds me so tight, like handcuffs at night, walking around in women's underwear.
In the office, there's a guy named Melvin. He pretends that I am Murphy Brown.
He'll say, are you ready? We'll say, whoa, man, let's wait until the wife is out of town. Later on, if you wanna, we can dress like Madonna, put on some eye shade and join the parade, walking around in women's underwear. Lacy things missing, didn't ask permission, wearing her clothes, silk pantyhose, walking around in women's underwear, walking around in women's underwear, walking around in women's underwear.
Oh, Zip, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to barge in on you. Do you need a few minutes?
Oh, that was a great tune, man.
All right. But it was the Chipmunks. Remember Alvin and the Chipmunks?
And the Chipmunks, yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's strange. We don't have any talking furry gerbils or anything that are. Well, maybe I gotta ask my granddaughters. You know what the talking furry animals? I guess they got it. You know, Baby Shark. Anyway, back to the Chipmunks. The Chipmunks were super popular, and they were the only game in town. Because in order to make a chipmunk, all you had to do
is speed the actor's voice up.
Right, which got really annoying after
it
a
did.
while.
So, of course, we have our own take on it. And due to licensing, we could not call them Alvin, right, and the Chipmunks. So here's Bob and Zip's Twisted Christmas A to Z, continuing with the Twisted Chipmunks.
All right, you chipmunks. Ready to sing your new song?
I'll say we are. Let's get this over with.
Okay, Squeaky?
Okay.
Okay, Thegador?
Okay.
Okay, Melvin? Melvin?
Relax, old man. Jesus. Christmas chipmunks sing each year. Squeaky rodents hurt your ears. We'll sing back till Christmas past. Hurry, Christmas pass real fast. We're a pain to listen to. Been around since '62. You could hardly stand us then. Now here we come again.
Boys, excuse me.
You can
Hold it.
stand to hear
Look, you guys.
weasels every year.
All right, now you know that's not how it goes, boys.
Yeah, that's how it goes now, pal.
Let's cool it with the ad-libbing and give it one more try.
I'm sorry, who's the artist here? Yeah!
You know, you guys could all be used in shampoo testing.
What would you know about shampoo? Nice rug! Oh, yeah, that looks real.
I'll tell you, Melvin, I got a friend at a research lab that would pay top dollar for a gerbil like you.
Could he get me some Viagra?
You want an ear growing out of your back, pal?
You wouldn't dare. We're shaking,
You want me to let the cat in here? I'll do it.
He's a pussy!
I've been wanting to do it for years, Melvin. That goes for all of you. gonna fire up the barbecue.
Oh. And earlier in the show, you heard Chipmunks roasting on an open fire. But now, the very first Twisted Christmas song, the song that started it all at WAAF in 1986. And the phones went crazy. The 12 Pains of Christmas. You certainly remember this one, right? Here she comes. There's like a delay. I'm glad you can edit him. Here we go.
The first thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me is finding a Christmas tree. The second thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me,
rigging up the lights
and finding a Christmas tree. The third thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me,
hangovers, rigging up the lights
and finding a Christmas tree. The fourth thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me,
sending Christmas cards,
hangovers, rigging up the lights
and finding a Christmas tree. The fifth thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me, 5 months of bills,
sending Christmas cards,
hangovers, rigging up the lights
and finding a Christmas tree. The sixth thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me,
facing my in-laws,
5 months of bills.
Oh, I hate those Christmas cards.
Hangovers, rigging up these lights
and finding a Christmas tree. The seventh thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me,
selfish and naughty,
facing my in-laws,
5 months of bills,
sending Christmas cards.
Oh, jeez, I'm trying to rig up these lights
and finding a Christmas tree. The eighth thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me,
I want Transformer for Christmas.
Charities, and what do you mean your in-laws?
5 months of bills.
Making out these cards.
Oh, Edith, get me up here, huh? But we have no extension cords.
Finding a Christmas tree. The ninth thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me,
Finding parking spaces.
Daddy, I want some candy.
Donations.
Facing my in-laws,
5 months of bills.
Writing on those Christmas cards.
Hangovers. Now why the hell are they blinking?
And finding a Christmas tree. The 10th thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me,
Batteries not included.
No parking spaces.
Buy me something.
Get a job, you bum.
facing the in-laws.
5 months of bills.
Yo ho, sending Christmas cards.
Oh, jeez, look at this. One light goes out, they all go out.
And finding a Christmas tree. The 11th thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me,
Stale TV special.
Batteries not included.
No parking
Oh
spaces.
my God, go to the bathroom.
Charities.
She's a witch, I hate her.
5 months of bills.
Oh, I don't even know half these people.
Who's got the toilet paper? Get a flashlight and no fuse.
And finding a Christmas tree. The 12th thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me,
Singing Christmas carols.
Stale TV special.
Batteries not included.
No parking.
Charities.
Gotta make them dinner.
5 months of bills.
I'm not sending them this year, that's it.
Shut up, you. Fine, you're so smart. You ring up the lights.
And finding a Christmas tree.
So there's this friend of mine. I have not said his name today, but he does an amazing John Fogerty impression. And earlier, we played him doing, what was that song?
Going Up to Bethlehem.
Yes. And it's just so incredible how much it sounded like Creedence Clearwater Revival. But anyway, he and he almost toured when John Fogerty quit Creedence Clearwater Revival. They had a falling out between him and the band because the band thought it was a band and he thought it was it was him. And of course, it kind of was, but it's a great band too. You know how that stuff goes.
Sure.
It's always sad when musicians get together and one of them eventually goes, I might be worth 40% instead of 22%. And then the next thing you know, it's like, how much of that song did you write? Anyway, it happens in rock and roll. So the story goes on, and in time, this guy was, he was out playing clubs, and he was, sort of doing John Fogerty, but he never got to be in the band, and the band did form. They called it Creedence Clearwater Revisited.
Right.
And they toured and made millions of dollars for many years. So don't feel bad for any of these people, except my friend, who's going to sing you this next song. And it wasn't the funniest song we did, but you tell me if this doesn't sound like Creedence Clearwater Revival. And the name of the tune, Santa is a Traveling Man. Bob and Zip, Twisted Christmas, A to Z.
Santa's tiny reindeer coming out of the sky. Won't you take me down the chimney on the Saturday night? Won't you move? Santa is a traveling man. Yeah, when he's flying across the land, bag of toys in hand. Santa is a traveling man. Slipping on the East Coast, then we'll hit the West Coast. Come on, won't you jump up to my roof? Ho, ho, ho. Santa is a traveling man. Yeah. He's a frequent flying man. Daisy to Japan. Santa is a traveling man. He's coming from the North Pole, digging out of deep snow. Someone call a doctor, better grab your defibrillator. Wanna move? Santa is a shoveling man. Yeah, got no insurance plan. Too much Christmas ham. Santa is a toppy old man. Santa's tiny reindeer coming out of the sky. He'll be sticking down your chimney on the side. Midnight, he's on the move. Santa is a traveling man. Yeah, well, he goes to every land. Bag of toys in hand. Santa is a jolly old man. Wow!
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Dashing through the snow. Oh, ho, ho, ho. O'er the fields he goes. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Santa's got to go. I'm telling you why. You better knock out or cry. Cause all those toys he flies. Oh no, will turn to love of cold. Well, he read the letter I wrote him, and he was glad, glad, glad. When he checks the list for who's naughty, it makes him sad, sad, sad. But he still loves me so, 'cause he's a jolly old soul. He loves you. Oh, Santa Claus loves you. Santa under the tree, please, 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 please. Ho, 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 Santa. Oh, I've been so good, Santa. Oh, I've been good. Ho, ho.
I got to play that piano thing, Dun, 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 dun. That was me.
Who played drums on that?
That is a great drummer. Oh, you would be jealous. Ooh. Not as good friends, obviously, as you and I are, but yeah. We had a great drum, and we actually mic'd them in the bathroom, which was the style at the time.
Right.
Aerosmith is making new records in Vancouver, British Columbia, at a very famous studio with a guy, I think it was Bob Rock. Anyway, they would microphone speakers. They were out in loading docks and bathrooms and kitchens, so that everything could sound like there were tons of plates crashing around with the drums, and that's part of that drum sound. So, and what's interesting about that is, Led Zeppelin kind of got it organically long before that.
Yeah,
This was a chance to do that. So we call it Sled Zeppelin on the Bob and Zip A to Z Twisted Christmas Show. What else would you like to hear? We've only got We've got a little less than an hour to go.
They're all just the stories, Bob. It's like Uncle Bob Rivers with us.
You want the stories behind the song?
Yes, that's
all right.
true.
Well, there was one song here that actually at the time I thought was too risque to put out, and it's getting a lot of attention on the social media now, like millions and millions. And it's about the angel on the top of the Christmas tree. Now, there's 3 versions to that song. And I'll tell you about them when we come back with Bob and Zip, Twisted Christmas, A to Z.
You're listening to Bob and Zip, Twisted Christmas, A to Z. 40 years of twisted Christmas songs. Presented by Bob and Zip on 100 FM, The Pike.
After some 40 years, Twisted Christmas songs began by Bob and Zip way back in the 1986s. Remember inflation? By the way, we had inflation back then.
I remember paying my mortgage, which was actually pretty competitive. I was paying 10% on my current mortgage.
Yeah. And I knew nothing of what competitive nor actual numbers meant in the real world. So Lisa and I, our first house on Atwood Avenue in Millbury, we paid 15.3%.
Wow.
For our mortgage. Which, by the way, not to get all business newsy now at the end of the Christmas show, but it's part of why the Fed is pausing and saying, we don't need to lower them as far as they were before. Because for many years, a normal rate, anywhere 4 to 6%, would be considered pretty normal in our lifetimes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But now we're old. So, all right, we've got a set for you. And I promised something that the young people are relating to. Okay. And, well, just because it's on the tiki-taki.
Okay.
No, do you go on?
Oh, yeah.
Yourself?
Absolutely.
And see which of your life's work are being cut into 10-second things with people dancing on a skateboard?
I will have to look it up. That's on my to-do list. I've
never done that. I just made that up. Anyway, so the song is Who Put the Stump in My Rumpa-Bumpa-Bump? And at the time we did the song, I thought it was a little too risque for the radio. A lot of radio stations played it. I actually didn't play it on my own. But over the years, it's just kind of cute, It's it's like dropping the soap in prison. It's just one of those things that becomes part of the common collective. And so it turns out now there are millions of people making Who Put the Stump remixes. And Who Put the Stump starts with like a 2 or 3 year old daughter of Spike, Ryan, asking about putting the angel on the Christmas tree. And the angel can talk. The angel is like, no, don't put me up there. And then they ram the angel on the tree, and it's, ow! I'm not doing it nearly as well as the song. Am I? So what I wanted to mention to you is that we had the girl intro with a little, soft music box music, and then we had the full length 7-minute song.
The penetration, yes.
Right. but I didn't call it that. But somebody put together a remix. You know, they remix songs now, and it's called a Stump Master Remix. And it really is, for the 3 minutes it's going to eat up that you'll never get back in your lifetime. I think it's pretty well worth it. Zip, are you ready for the Stump Master remix about the star on top of the Christmas tree?
Oh, man.
Bob and Zip, Twisted Christmas. I'll take that no answer as a yes. Bob and Zip, Twisted Christmas from A to Z on 100 FM, The Pike.
I'd like to find the guy who done me wrong and stuck my butt up on this Christmas tree.
It's the remix part.
Who put the stomp in my rump-a-bump-a-bump? Who took and jammed it in my ram-a-lam-a-ding-dong? Who stood the wood where I poop-she-poop-she-poop? Who put the stick up my hip-de-dip-de-dip? Who was that man? He shoved it up my can and left me stranded on this Christmas tree. Will you stop it? When this angel heard chop-a-pop, chop-a-pop-pop, a dreadful fear went right into my heart. Those pine tree needles sting me, ram-a-jam-a-ram-a-jamming near my ding-dong. You'll never know how much that's smart. So who put the stomp in my rump-a-bump-a-bump? Who took and jammed it in my ram-a-lam-a-ding-dong? Who stood the wood where I poop-she-poop-she-poop? Who put the stick up my hip-de-dip-de-dip? Who took that bush and crammed it in my tush? He made this angel beg for mercy, please.
I'd rather die.
Each night when I'm alone, scratchity, 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 shoot. It sets my tiny bottom all aglow. And every time I wiggle, slip it in, slip it in, a little further in it goes. Oh, 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 oh.
That's sure a beautiful angel.
What's the matter with the star? It's a pretty star. Oh, ow! Oh, ow! Oh, that doesn't feel good. That's one. Oh, ointment, please.
Oh, my God.
By the way, that song is only 2
man.
minutes and 38 seconds long, but it sounds more like a month and a half. All right.
All right, so explain this to me now. That's a
by the way, you're
remix
listening to
of-
Bob and Zip, 100
Yes.
FM, The Pike. It's the history of Twisted Tunes, A to Z. Yes, Zip.
Now-
and these are all songs we recorded. Zip in the early years, me and a cast of crazies in the later years. And they're all available if you search Bob Rivers Twisted Tunes. And asterisk, no money goes to Zip. You will find them. It's the Bob and Zip A to Z of Twisted Christmas songs. Twisted Christmas A to Z, really brought to you by the kindness, out of the kindness of the hearts of all the people who work at 100 FM The Pike. Amazing radio station in today's modern day and age that has the great personalities of yesteryear, the great music of lots of yesteryears. Yes. And weekend show hosts of grand yesteryear, and they give us a really nice platform. Anyway, it's great to be here, and I've had fun. 4 hours has flown by as if I was carried in a sleigh.
Well, it's like meeting up with old friends. That's what songwriters often say. Yeah, it's like an old friend. Yes.
All right. Well, we're down to it.
All right.
Unless you have any burning desires, we have our last break. We're going to play a couple of Twisted Christmas songs. Zip and I have been discussing which ones. I mean, I love to talk. What do they call it? I love to drag out.
Yes.
I love to drag out that old dependable Teddy the Red-Nosed Senator.
Oh, okay.
But it's Christmas time. Let's be nice. There's a song about everybody getting sick at this time of year, which I think we should do. But the main one I told you about really may be the pinnacle of our enjoyment of recording these songs, which is really a privilege. You're working with some of the best material and best arrangements in the history of music, and you're ripping it to shreds making parodies. And so that's a gift that nobody gave you, actually. You just took it. But they love it, most of them. In fact, at this point, all of them. So this last song is a big orchestral number. And I believe it's a message that's one of the most powerful messages ever written in a rock and roll song, and maybe one of the most needed messages for today in our divisive and sometimes confusing, misinformed times. We could use more of this. And do you know what? You know what all you need is, Zip? I want to make this easy. I know it's long. It's been a long 4 hours. Zip's very tired, and he's going to take a driving test after this. So
stop.
Got to stay alert. Okay. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. Love, my friend. Love.
Love is the thing. All you need is love. If we had more love in the world, well, it'd be nicer on Twitter. Just be nice to each other. It doesn't have to have anything to do with anything. So we're going to close with this one and a couple of other songs, and say thank you to our sponsors and all you folks for listening at 100 FM The Pike. Yes, members of the Seattle Symphony Orchestra who will not be named in any credits, but you'll be able to tell. This is a big treatment of the Beatles tune. Be well, have a wonderful Christmas and a happy New Year. And if you celebrate something different, love you just as much. Celebrate it with all your heart and soul.
Toys R Us doesn't have to fight the Christmas rush. He's never out of stock with even the hottest toys and games. It's easy. Nothing in his sack he really made. No one gets forgotten Christmas Day. So if you want to know how he gets it done in the nick of time, it's easy. All you need is elves.
That's us.
All you need is elves.
The little people.
All you need is elves. Love. Elves are all you need.
All toys are made by elves. Do you have any idea how hard it is to make a 64-bit video system out of wood? No kidding, tell me about it.
All you need is elves. All you need is elves.
We're non-union labor.
All you need is elves. Love. Elves are all you need. There's nothing you can know, not much is known. 'Cause no one's ever caught one in his home. They're never really seen, but that doesn't mean that they're make-believe. They're teensy.
Hey, watch where you're stepping, you big freak.
All you need is elves. All you need is
space love.
All you need is elves, love. Elves are all you need. 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 He loves you.
He loves you. Ho, ho, ho. All right. That's a few cents short of a nickel, don't you think? All you need is elves. Well, let's do one more that picks you up. Again, Bob and Zip out of here. Ho, ho, ho.
Just hear those noses sniffling, sore throats tickling too. Come on, it's lousy weather to be suffering inside with the flu. Outside the snow is falling, your fever's at 102. Let's take some Alka-Seltzer and a box of antihistamines too. We'll bring some Kleenex with us and sing a chorus or two. Let's let my red nose lead us in a sleigh ride in spite of the flu.
Hack it up, lug it up, let's go. Fat chunks in the snow. We're coughing up the yellow and green rainbow.
Cough it up, cough it up, cough it up. Oh man, there's some on my head. My glands are puffed and swollen, and every hour I pee. My throat's as rough as leather and raspy as it can be. Let's take some Kleenex with us and sing a carol or two. We'll make our noses red on a sleigh ride to go with the flu. My kid came home from preschool with a cough today. He'll infect the whole darn neighborhood in about a day.
We'll be calling in sick to work until the diarrhea stops.
At the pharmacy, we'll get lots more pills to pop. Pop, pop, pop.
I took every medication I can legally buy.
The coughing, sneezing, sniffling, and the watery eyes.
I'll be getting real drunk on NyQuil. I'll take contact till I'm high.
Whoa. This wonderful buzz is great, but I'm glad I don't have to drive. Just hear those noses sniffling, sore throats tickling too. Come on, it's lousy weather to be suffering inside with the flu. Outside the snow is falling, your fever's at 102. Come on, it's lousy weather for a flu ride together with you. Ba-ba-ba-da-da.
Maybe a goodbye.
Yeah. Well, that's it, son. That's the end of the Twisted Christmas A to Z special. I want to thank you for helping me co-host it this evening, and perhaps we'll do a podcast in the next couple of days.
I'm glad you stole my idea and made a thing of you explaining your songs.
Yeah, it was your idea. But if I stole an idea from someone who is really an idea that came from my loins,
I was once just an idea.
You're just returning what was already mine.
That's beautiful.
It's a beautiful thought. A nice sentiment. Anyway, Andrew, I love you. And Keith, thank you so much for doing that amazing video for decorations. You can see that on YouTube. Share it with all your friends. And again, if you're interested in some maple syrup, it does sell out every year, but I have to push it a little harder each year because, times are tough. Just go to bobrivers.blog and you can read all about it.
Merry Christmas.
Okay. Okay, so now I hit stop.
You gotta hit
And then it gives me the video.
You gotta hit stop, actually.